Alrighty, welcome back to another trade recap. Today I ended up taking one trade and I am break even on the day. Ended up taking this short around 8 in the morning or 10 a.m. Eastern time. Completely fine with everything that I saw, completely fine with the trade that I ended up taking. Everything that I needed to see happened. Just unfortunately, we just did not have the greatest in efficiency. And got stopped out at break even. So, kind of want to run you guys through what I wanted to see coming into the day. So, coming into the day, I was kind of just leaning on the side of possibly taking a long, which I never ended up doing. I ended up taking a short. But what I wanted to see, don't want to do that. Okay. What I wanted to see, okay, there we go. So obviously in the overnight session, we have had this huge sell-off from midnight open from Asia and London. We've had this 370 point sell-off. And we are in deep, deep discount of this price leg, right? So when we are in deep, deep discount of this price leg, I want to see some sort of rebalance to premium to look to take a short to continue the downtrend, right? So what I wanted to see coming into market open is I noticed this 15-minute was here. I wanted to see how we were going to react, right? I wanted to see how we were going to react. If we're going to react bearish and kind of move lower and then have our rebalance, are we going to run this and go up to this inefficiency? Are we going to just sit here and chop? What are we going to do? So coming into market open, my main focus was this 15-minute and what the fuck we were going to do with it. So I knew we had this intermediate high, this 5-minute intermediate high up here. What did I want to see coming into market open? I just wanted to see this get tapped and see what the market wanted to do, right? I wanted to just be patient. So market ends up opening. We kind of just sit around here. We have internal manipulation here, just waiting, right? Or I should probably go to MNQ on this one. Hold on, sorry. Okay, so again, just waiting, right? And then once we take this internal high right about here, right? Once we take this internal high, we end up putting in an SMT here. So we end up also holding this 15-minute, the 15-minute that I showed you. And we also end up putting in an SMT. So if we take a look over at ES, ES never takes this intermediate high, right? So we do have a bearish SMT. We've had our manipulation. What do I need to see, right? What do I need to see in order to take a short? I need to see this fair value gap get ran, and I need to see this change get closed below. What do we end up doing? We end up having really good displacement, running that inefficiency. I stay patient, right? I stay patient, and we end up closing below the change, right? So when we close below that change, I enter short with my stop a little below the recent high, and I was targeting sell side. Now, my original entry, which I changed it up a little bit, my original entry was this. I entered with 4 micros across all my accounts. Stop was up here, and I was taking all 4 micros out right here, right? Because I want to see all this. I want to see all this become low resistance, right? I want to see all this become low resistance. However, when we were about here, and we didn't have great efficiency, I then said, okay, I'm going to go break even at this internal low if we do end up hitting it, because I did not see the delivery that I wanted to see towards sell side. I wanted to see this be a fast delivery towards sell side. So I was just like, I'm going to go break even at this internal low, right? We end up coming back into the inverse, tapping and having our turtle soup. We open up this 1 minute. And once we run this 1 minute fair value gap, I move my stop to this high right here to mitigate some risk, right? Because I do not expect us to come all the way back up here once we run this. And then we end up having really good displacement lower right here. Break even point ends up getting hit, and then I move my stop to break even, and on the very next candle we end up getting stopped at break even. So there was my trade that I ended up taking today. And then we end up coming all the way back up, having one more internal manipulation leg, so another stop rate, right? Stop rate right here, stop rate right here, and then finally selling off towards the low. So not great efficiency in PA today, but glad I mitigated my risk. Very, very happy with how I managed this trade, and just recognizing in the point of time, like, okay, I'm not seeing the delivery that I wanted to see. I'm moving my stop to break even as soon as we hit this internal low. Very happy with my decision because my original stop would have been stopped out. So that was my trade that I ended up taking today. I am still up pretty nicely on the week, around 5K. Break even on today. FOMC later today. I'm completely done. I'm coming back tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I hope you guys caught a dub today. I hope you guys made a fuck ton of money. And I will catch you in the next one.